is not what I wanted to do today, but unfortunately, I just spent 20 minutes trying to do something else and it didn't work, so we're just gonna play Spider-Man. It's just me today because I'm really tired and I don't know how long the stream's even gonna go. So let me just pop over here. I hope to God that the game shows up. Thank God. Hello. It's been a couple weeks. Since last stream. What was I doing? Alright. Yeah, it's been... No, I'm on Profile 3. It's been a little bit since we last played Spider-Man. It's been a while since I played Spider-Man. Been a bit since I streamed. I've been sick. I've been depressed. I've been dysphoric. It's been great. I don't know. I've just been really irritated.
Who would be dumb enough to rob Fisk's estate sale?
Just like in general in like life. And I think it really came off in last stream, so I, you know, took a bit of a break. I've gotta see my doctor in a couple of weeks, so I can't wait to see what the fuck's up with my hormones again. Because this just kind of came out of nowhere.
Attention units. Civilians are trapped inside their vehicles following a crash.
Unbelievable. I understand we have another low information caller.
But yeah, I have been doing stuff, and
Let's see if I can set her straight. You're on.
what I wanted to originally do today is
Okay, fair enough. I will. Then we had police and firefighters doing a wonderful job.
Where
There
was he?
crime, sure, but nothing they couldn't handle. Of course, we do have things now we didn't have then. Maniacs who shoot electricity out of their eyes, walking piles of sand, Nazis made of
grass
bees.
Spider-Man suck my feeder to a building.
Point. They didn't exist before he came along.
What do you mean? What?
It tracks them. But I've often wondered if they're in cahoots.
Fucking,
I've never actually
Can
heard
you
anyone
shut
say
the
cahoots
fuck up?
before.
Sorry, I just need him to not talk. I go away for a while.
All I'm saying is, I'd hate to
He's still
imagine what
talking.
happened if all those guys showed up and Spider-Man wasn't here.
Another lost cause. Goodbye.
Oh, Spider-Man stuck my feeder to a building. Ah. He would do that though. Like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man would. He'd think it's funny as fuck.
Available units, narcotics sale reported. Officers needed in the area of Columbia.
Okay. Hey boys, is this party available to
You guys are
everyone?
like little kingpins in training. So cute.
So I bought a drawing tablet because I'm decided that I will learn how to draw again. Because I want to draw stuff. That's it. It's I guess interesting. Despite it having been like 2 actual years since I seriously drew. I did some drawing before my other computer died for a little bit. Ow! Literally on the ground, can't react, get shot. You know what I'm trying to say. What? Spider-Man.
Nothing puts a pep in my step like halting an illegal drug deal.
Anyway. Yeah, so I'm learning how to draw again. It's so far been an experience, I'd say, maybe. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've drawn Teto a couple times.
Sorry about that. Good shot.
But anyway, we just kind of been sick as shit, like more so than normal.
Yuri said quietly. Better find a back way.
Normally, I'm sick, but it's been really bad in the past couple weeks. So, we'll play Spider-Man for at least a little bit, maybe like a couple missions, and then I'll like go do something. Pass out or some shit.
I am losing patience. Where is the file?
There's
Speaking
someone else
on-
here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
Demons, bro.
There's no one here but us.
You ain't caught up on Ultimate
We will
Spider-Man
find the
2024?
file,
You don't know who
or
these
you
people
will
are?
die.
This is bad. They'll kill her if I alert them. Need to pick them off silently. Yuri, the silent alarm was legit. Masked gunmen and a single hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that. Sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
Can do.
Alright. Stealth climb.
Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
This is what I need to do right there. I've literally never seen that work on anyone ever. In the game.
They always look so cozy whipped up like that.
Has this one moment. Nah, I've just been like really pissy.
Should web him from above.
Like I've not really been enjoying the stuff I normally do, and it's kind of annoying.
Whoa, careful. You stay quiet now.
I like half the shit you do in this mission is never really good later. Like, there's stealth, and the stealth is good, but
Patience wears thin.
Someone
there's
else is
better
here.
stuff.
I swear. She must have the.
They're here. Where are they?
眼睛睁大点，有开了。
Yeah, I know.
别动摇。
Fucking kill you. I see it. I see it. Let me shoot. I'm looking at it. Right at it.
那有可能是老鼠，不过
That time.
Sleep time. No, so
Hey, what is that?
like I was saying,
This totally belongs to.
don't move.
Buddy, if I had a nickel for every don't move.
hi MJ. Fucking
MJ? What are you doing here?
all right. I'm gonna hit everyone the
Working.
some
At least
spider
It was.
the spider Eris opinion. I fucking hate MJ
I think
Watson.
This is yours.
Yeah. Thanks.
So
I think she's
covering a break-in for the bugle.
fine character.
Well, Robbie doesn't technically
Coward.
know I'm here.
I'm not a coward. I don't like MJ.
A few minutes
I think
ago.
MJ's boring.
Uh-huh.
Let me explain.
Well, I think modern MJ is boring. Let me correct it. MJ is never written well anymore. She should have curly hair again. And not always look like Kristen Dunst. Or whatever her name was.
Excuse me.
Hi, Mary Jane Watson. I'm covering the Fisk estate sale.
Hello. Craig said we'd do this tomorrow.
I like to get a jump on things.
Well, I don't. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Craig? No, sorry. Just It looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. I don't know, maybe the expressionist piece?
You know what? I think I can make today work.
Are you sure?
It's not because her name's another name for weed. I think it's because
Never mind.
she's boring.
We're good.
Oh, I didn't turn on my
Let's get started.
PNG and shit. I forgot.
Look around.
It's I'm so tired.
Bless you for your business.
Bless you for your business, blessed. Okay, that's better.
And familiarize yourself with the ideas. I'll be waiting by the Baku statue when you're ready to begin.
Can do.
Nah, MJ's alright. She's just kind of boring now.
Fisk cut Peter open like a pork sausage with this the first time they fought. I remember when Fisk started illegally importing artifacts like
What do you mean Fisk used his sword the first time they fought? What happened to his sick-ass fucking
my dad.
ray blasting cane?
Now to see how the tables have turned.
I miss his ray blasting cane. It was awesome.
I can't get over this.
Why am I so tired all of a sudden?
Sounds good.
Starting with the prize, a
This section still has yes.
Baku.
Oh, beautiful. It's a Mifune?
Correct. Mr. Fisk has exceptional taste.
Did you know him well before his arrest?
In a professional context, I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please.
It's like I've done this like 4 times. Do I have to talk to her?
Now, this exquisite piece exemplifies the traditional Tarashikomi puddled ink effect.
The two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece. Definitely his style.
He loved the duality. Destruction screams, but creation toils in silence.
Was there ever anything irregular in any of the sales you handled for him?
No. No, of course not.
Dude, I don't understand how MJ got the spot as like a journalist, because like Peter during the Hobgoblin arc actually goes out to interview Flash Thompson, who was framed as the Hobgoblin for a bit,
friend in the DA's office mentioned that
and fucking he's got more subtlety in his questioning than Brickhouse Mary Jane Watson.
If you had ever noticed anything strange.
A former actress can't ask questions without fucking punching people in the face.
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it. Wait here, please.
I mean, I work for the Daily Bugle. No lanyard.
Wait, I recognize that statue. Gotta get a...
Craig, I'll call you back.
Time to go.
Oh, could I use the restroom real quick? Thank you. This is a really lovely space.
It is, and this will be the last time you see it. The ladies is around the corner.
Did I go to the wrong spot?
Of course. Be right back.
Different bathroom. I mean, the fucking tombstone bit with MJ is not that bad. This one's just kind of lame.
Hello, Craig. Funny you should call.
Plain as MJ.
Because the
stealth
you
stuff.
sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon. No, she's here now.
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story.
What do you mean he had to reschedule? If she's not your reporter, who is she, Craig? Who is in my auction house? Oh my god. No, I do not trust you to fix this. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is have Miss Investigative Journalist arrested. And the second thing I'm going to do is collect your head, Craig.
Dang, she's pissed.
It is most definitely a threat.
Pete told me about this. Fisk used it to hide evidence. Why didn't the cops take it? I know this statue opens. But how?
What's in the
Neo
picture?
behind them. But it looks different. Statue can move. Most common pose is
Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
Maybe these pieces move.
No.
Nice. So close. I've seen these before.
Turn MJ into water. Hit her with
That's
a
not
water
right.
blast. Thought this was the one.
Something's in one of his hands. What is that?
It's not that. Is it the small thing? Looks big in the picture.
That's it.
Picture looks way fucking bigger than that one.
What is this? Devil's breath. What is devil's... What the...
When did the Insomniac Spider-Man games get good?
Excuse me, sir. You can't be...
Not good.
Where's the statue?
In there.
把文件找出来。
Oh, now her camera has a lanyard that it didn't have before.
I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
Says the guy I saved 5 minutes ago.
The guy who can react faster than a fucking bullet.
They're after this file.
MJ. The guy that can react faster than a bullet.
This is swarming with them.
Right. Okay. You hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan.
Me when I'm a Spider-Man writer and I fucking hate Spider-Man.
Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too. Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
I fucking hate MJ Watson, dude.
Did she change her perfume? Focus, Pete, focus.
行动！
Yes. All right. Of course.
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
Like, I wish fucking, like,
I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file?
Gwen Stacy,
So bad.
Notes on something
like,
called
lived
Devil's Breath.
or whatever,
Fisk was
but
hired
then I
by
also
a research lab for it.
have been reading 2024
Devil's
Ultimate
Breath
Spider-Man,
is,
it's
but it
like,
seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
I don't think modern writers can do anything
We need to get you and that file
with
out here.
Gwen
Hang tight.
nicely. Not that everyone's bad. Everyone that writes stories that are like before No More Day are pretty good. Or One More Day. Fucking not No More Day. And there's Brand New Day's the new shit. Come here. Boink.
Okay, room is clear.
Please, don't hurt me.
The thing I like about like Spider-Man and some of his like early comic shit, dude will his characterization is so all fucking over the place. like between like the 80s to 90s shit, because that's where I'm at right now in his main line. Like, wait, how do I get in there? Oh, it was a guy.
That's all of them.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
Bro, she hid back in the same room she got the file. Did she not expect someone to look in there again?
Stop!
Yeah, it's Pete Parker.
Hide!
Alright, fun time.
Not cool with the hostage taking, guys.
Oh my god, the game got good.
Whoa, what is up with that glowy stuff on your hands? Are you guys ghosts? Never fought a ghost before.
That's also not true. Yes, you have. You literally fought Will-O-Wisp. I guess. Wait, I forget. This is like not 616 Spider.
Technically, specters aren't ghosts. All ghosts are specters, but not all specters are ghosts. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Seems like this was an energy thing, not a ghost thing. All good. Fight a ghost stays on the old bucket list.
Dude, he's just not funny. I miss when Spider-Man was funny, man. You know, when Spider-Man was funny. Such a hater. I like the ghost line. It's a fine line. I think that he has better lines. Although I think Peter's just kind of boring sometimes. It feels like they took like, oh yeah, he makes a shit ton of quips and stuff, and then made it into actually he's just a really annoying fucker, which he really wasn't at like in most incarnations. Yeah, I have battle focus. Not my favorite superpower, but it works. Ow, dude. I'm literally hitting dodge. I'm in the air. Are you gonna still hit me? Peter and Spider-Man is like either the funniest dude you'll meet, or it's like I'd rather eat sandpaper, no water than those are his lines. This is true. Why does my like OBS look all fucked up? What's going on right now? It looks like super messed up. I don't know. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from.
Me when I take it directly to the guy who knows exactly where it came from.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts.
Never said I did. Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugle.
You will not write a word of what you saw
For the
here.
record, what do you know about the file those masked men stole?
I don't...
What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house?
Your editor will be hearing from our attorney.
I think I like Gwen Stacy.
Mix? Like the last 6 months never happened?
I don't understand like why writers like are like, yeah, let's just continue to not let Peter and MJ be together. It's just so weird.
Since when did Mix become Italian?
no idea, but I'm still glad he makes these fries.
Totally. Best in the city.
So, how's
You
the
look
grind
at
for
the
Bugle?
ugly fucking Peter Parker
Well.
model.
Yeah, well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight.
Peter is
So
MJ.
it looks like I'll be meeting with a legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
So, creepy mask guys. What's your take?
Just another night in the city. What's your take?
I feel like there's a bigger story there. Let's not make this all about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscorp would hire you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to Harry.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius's work will help millions. I'm right where I want to be, right where I should be.
Almost sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
Where's part of Insomniac Spider-Man he's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal? This is so true. This is why I'm so excited for Marvel Token, because it's voiced by a different guy.
Could be, you know, if
and he's funny. Fucking
There's a lot of baggage here.
Eaton something. The guy who I think does Spectacular Spider-Man?
Is that so
Like the
bad?
cartoon- Josh Keaton?
Can
I think it's what it is.
carry good things too, like money and keys, and raspberry lip balm.
Do you remember why we broke up?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
Do you know how many concussions Peter Parker probably has at this point?
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Go.
No. I don't know. What time? Well, I guess he gets like Craven and like Venom and shit in the next game.
Love seeing you two together again. You all
Yes. I thought he also does Spectacular Spider-Man. Is that I don't know the voice actor for Revolver Ocelot. I've played one Metal Gear.
Hey, it's me.
I don't.
What's with the unit down third?
Looks like our old friend Herman Schultz is at it again.
Shocker.
Yo, Herbert Schultz, he's not been killed off
Yeah,
in this
well,
yet.
Didn't take.
No worries. Herman's just a big cupcake. I'll have him back in Rikers by bedtime. Just had dinner with my ex after saving her from masked criminals. And now I'm gonna go beat up a maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people. What a perfectly normal life you have, Peter Parker.
I was gonna say what time, like, I guess, how far into Peter's career is he Spider-Man in this game? I actually don't know. I mean, he's clearly in the college time. But
Peter, I just want to make sure you haven't left any equipment you've built for your friend around the lab. It's no bother to me, but if the grant committee stops by again...
Don't worry, Doc. I make a point not to leave anything there. But I know my friend appreciates you looking out for him. There's a lot of people who don't like him very much.
That buffoon Jameson?
Captain, I've got eyes on a Fisk construction site and their equipment's covered in dust.
Just there for show?
That's my bet. I'm gonna take a closer look.
I see danger.
They think the boss can't run things from inside? They don't know the boss.
A lot of people owe him a lot of favors, that's for sure.
Boss never trusted him. Guess he was right not to.
You know what? I want to see if we get like a Spider-Man 3. What is the life you live, Peter Parker Forsaken? Dialogue. Yeah, okay, that's something to do. But the thing with that is, like, that's like a legit line he would say, even in like the comics and shit. Is he would bitch about his life, but I think something I really liked. I was reading Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is a more modern Spider-Man comic, and it kind of focuses on like Spider-Man's neighborhood, and there's a like this is like probably some of my favorite MJ characterization that I've seen in a little bit. There's a bit where he comes back all like tired and like beat up and shit after beating I believe trolls, yeah, like Norse trolls, and shit.
Sleep it off.
And fucking, she like talks about how Spider-Man considers Peter considers everything his responsibility, and so it's her responsibility to like look after him, so he doesn't get himself killed doing his responsibility. And I was like, this is that's such a cute fucking line, or whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. I liked it. And then I read Torment by Todd McFarlane, a little 4-part 90s Spider-Man run. Best part about that shit is fucking Peter collapsed in their apartment bathroom weekly saying, "Honey, I'm home." And I'm like, that's my Spider-Man. That's funny. Why is my camera on? Why is my camera on? I want a Daredevil game. A game with Daredevil. See in your house now.
Shoot him down already. More guys? Oh, sorry, but we're all out of the complimentary donuts. Still got this. Yeah.
He can't take us all.
They need to make Spider-Man campy again. His comics are too serious. They gave Norman Osborn a redemption arc. He gotta be Spider-Man. And I just can't fucking...
Guys, slow down! The Black Friday special's not till Thanksgiving!
I can't see fucking...
Spider-Man, that site's taken delivery of enough concrete to build 2 skyscrapers.
Wait, don't tell me. They're hiding drugs in the concrete mix.
That's my theory.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I got distracted by dodging a grenade. Like, they say that in this, Peter, like, talks about how he's been trying to, like, take Fisk down for years. But, like, no one's really fucking scared of him. Even though, like, if, like, Peter's been doing this since high school and he's now through college and, like, an adult. Fucking low-level goons hate Spider-Man. I mean, he's not fucking Daredevil, Punisher, Moon Knight, but you know, there's still, like, Spider-Man's a fucking scary guy. He literally climbs off of roofs and jumps people. I missed having my fucking, like, follow-up after that. Yeah, Wolverine does look good. I'm dead. The Wolverine game looks good. There's also that, like, Blade game in the works by some company. And there's all the, like... No, Blade game never coming out. That's true. Blade can't exist in the modern timeline. There's also, like, all those, like, Marvel collections coming out. So, people think that they might do, like, the, early, like, PlayStation, like, you know, Spider-Man, the Raimi ones, like, through Web of Shadow and shit, which would be cool if those got, like, ports. I recently found out that 13, a shooter, has, like, both, like, the original version on Steam, as well as, fucking, what am I call it? It has the, whatever version. What do I have? Impact Clubs?
I heard that. Nothing.
13, like an old fucking.
Hey, I saw it. Yes, it was nothing. Spider-Man, make him dead.
I kind of forgot I have gadgets because I'm playing at the start. I'm not level 50 and just slugging on people with my basic web shooters and fists.
I can't punch him if he's in the air. You should have stayed in bed.
Gotta remember how to do all my shit.
Gonna teach you respect.
Out there, so I heard Spider-Man make him gay. Peter Parker, be so heterosexual that everyone would rather be gay than be what you got going on.
Oh, sorry, but we're all out of the complimentary donuts.
No. I'll blow him to pieces.
I need to get better skills.
Don't even think about doing that to me.
I think like my theme with this game is I remember like when it came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's some of the greatest web slinging since the like PS2 Spider-Man game." The web slinging sucks. It's like one of my least favorite fucking aspects of this video game. Among everything I hate about the video game, which is the video game. Like, it's fun, but like it starts to get like to a level where it's so fucking like so much, and maybe this is because I'm shitty and like a casual, but like as soon as like you get to like the Silver Sable shit,
Wait, don't tell me. They're hiding drugs.
it feels like it's fine. I kind of like, you know, Spider-Man not having like everything to like combat people, but like you just kind of get to this point where no matter how like good your suit power is, how good you are at the combat, fucking what your level is, okay, you just eventually get to this point where it doesn't feel like Spider-Man actually does any fucking damage. Like, bro's going up against fully armored goons like Hammerhead and shit and still punching them like he's the fucking, they're like the guys at his high school, like, and he's like slightly angry. Oh, I got hit by that. Fucking me. Come on. Especially like the Silver Sable guys, like highly trained mercs that he's just kind of like lightly tapping, and they got like fucking full-on shit to stun him.
Okay, I came here to whip bad guys and quit, and I'm all out of quits.
Dude's not quipped once. Well, he's quipped twice, but. There we go. Sometimes I like go, oh man, they sure made Spider-Man like pop culture scene, but I've also been reading the OG run and he's always been a fucking pop culture monster.
Don't even think about doing that to me.
Don't even think about doing that to me. Should not have been able to punch that guy in the air like that.
He's airborne. You asked for this.
The worst bit's when the rocket launcher guys get in the game. I can deal with the minigun guys, but the rocket launcher dudes are so fucking annoying. Because I don't want to do this good. Let me check my throws.
I'll enjoy this.
Just you? Come on, buddy. I've read
Captain,
Spider-Man Blue.
guys and all the
That was pretty
probable cause
good.
you need.
Spider-Man vs. Sinister 16. That was really good.
Good job. Fisk thinks he can run things
Friendly
from
Neighborhood
inside.
Spider-Man. That was pretty
He's
fun.
gonna find out why long-distance relationships don't work out.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Only up till Miles Morales' part. I have not read any of the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man shit yet. I'm going to when I start playing his game. I haven't read it because I have side quests? What the fuck? Oh, is this the fucking castle one? Yeah, okay. I really want to read Miles' OG Ultimate Spider-Man run. Personally. I guess I don't really give a fuck. Although, I will read it for Ultimate Jessica Drew, who I love. Her costume is so fucking awesome. Compared to base Jessica Drew Spider-Woman outfit.
Looks like we've got some doorbusters. And it's not even Black Friday.
You don't want to know. So what if he comes back? Even if he does, he's got to start over. We can too. Yeah. Spider-Man! Shoot him!
Wow, you all forgot your keys?
Take this! What are we supposed to do against that? I got him! Not fighting fair!
Fair.
Go grab! Move so fast! Quit playing around!
I don't know, I was gonna get that third attack.
Pro tip. If you're not good at breaking or entering, maybe don't pull a B&E. Every day in every way.
Yeah. What have I found? So I mean, he's fought Electro, he's got the classic whip shooter. So Gwen Stacy's dead in this, okay. Wait, how the fuck is Gwen Stacy dead? If the Green Goblin doesn't exist? What? Because Spider-Man Killer is Captain Stacy dying. You got Lizard Blood, Vulture Jammer, Rhino Fragment from when he and Kurt Connors team up and destroy fucking the Rhino suit the first time. Shocker. Some arm webs. This is the thesis
Paper on
he
neurotechnology.
wrote.
This got me the job with Dr. Octavius.
Yeah, Professor Warren, this is the one he wrote after like 2 days of fucking battling. Yeah, it's sort of weird. It feels like it's kind of like a fucking like random collection of like Spider-Man mythos and stories put together. I have skill points that I'm not using. Yeah, I have one skill point. Never mind, I have nothing worth using. Actually, I throw it's pretty good. Let's see, mods do I have? Scavenger. I equip ballistics. Thanks. I have to lock it. And then I can. Sound stuff's pretty good early on. Versus gel padding. Yeah. What am I doing over here? I'm not going to 100% Spider-Man again on my third playthrough. Me as I go around 100% Spider-Man again. Like a freak. I wonder how hard it would be to do this game with like no upgrades. Skip the vehicle chase.
Yep, that's a high-speed car chase, all right. Please tell me your horn plays, Dixie.
Okay, go back.
Here's your stuff. Hey, no texting and
Drink that Soldier Boy, Spider-Man. I got asked a question why the description is fucking my clone wife turned into water, just another day that ends with Y. Because of Spider-Man has the TV show at the how it ends before it got canceled. Is that fucking MJ, it was revealed to be a clone after, you know, Peter and her marry and she dissolves into water.
Stop that. Too many crazy drivers in the city as it is.
Because people hate Peter Parker. Although in the show it was gonna be like kind of cool. It was gonna go into like this whole multiverse thing. It was gonna be interesting. I wonder, are the clones made by Jackal in that show? I don't actually remember. It's been so long since I've watched 90s Spider-Man. I wonder who they have as the Hobgoblin. I wonder if
narcotics sale reported. Report came from the vicinity of Riverside.
it's like interesting, like the actual fucking Hobgoblin arc right now is pretty fucking interesting.
Oh, come on, fellas. You can't keep ducking income tax like this.
What's wrong with you guys? We gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here on a fucking roof with one exit. Ow. Okay, fair enough. Ow, fair enough. I like actually killing people in this game. Like, so falling off the bridge and then being webbed is what kills Gwen Stacy, right? In this, you're fucking kicking people off these things and then having a like web tracer snap them into a building and they're not dying is kind of crazy. Although I guess for Gwen Stacy, I think he caught her leg, which is what snaps her neck, and it's not like on the torso or whatever. I didn't have to go get an oil change, dude. I'm gonna find a comic book shop in Minnesota to go buy that fucking Superman Spider-Man issue. I saw a single page of it of Spider-Man and Superman together, and it says truth, justice, and great responsibility. It's like, these people are so fucking cool. It's Dino, so peak. I sure hope that truck swerving into here is not related to what's currently happening at this, like, bodega or whatever. I tried reading, fucking Spider-Gwen. It's okay. I think the unfortunate thing with Spider-Gwen is that she's introduced as, like, a multiverse character. Like, this is different than Miles. Like, Miles gets a really nice, solid, single, like, his own run, you know, building off the death of Peter Parker. He gets to become his own. Gwen Stacy's like a little gimmick that they did for, like, a multiverse. And so she's rooted into a multiverse character. But then you, like, have her actual, like, solo run story. And from what I read before I got annoyed, is, like, kind of decent. But she's unfortunately a multiverse character, and so they have to, like, focus on all her multiverse adventures instead of, like, her reality, because they actually don't want to build it. It's like, damn, bro.
Vintage crime stopping right there.
I'm sure that maybe Ghost Spider's good or whatever. Also, Gwen's Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider's outfit, it's shit. It's complete garbage. It's completely ass. It's really terrible. And continues to continue the unfortunate tradition of there being, like, no really good female Spider-Woman outfits. It's kind of sad. Her Gwenum design is really cool. I like it's funny as fuck, but then it kind of goes back around to being, like, super awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is the types. Those would be the types of pictures Peter Bear could be turning into the Bugle, pretending he's not Spider-Man. I still gotta watch the second Spider-Verse movie. I've been meaning to. I've been thinking about it for, like, the last 3 weeks. I was going to. I never finished talking about when I played Parasite Mutant that I had, like, rewatched every single James Bond movie. Kind of for gore.
Nice composition, if I do say so myself.
What's the thing here? It'd be the Bugle, right?
That's a keeper.
Oh, it's the Laterion building.
Ooh, love that shot.
Me too.
Got it.
I heard Spider-Man. Dude, I rewatched Spider-Man 2. That movie's so fucking good. It's so good. Afterwards, I watched, the next day, I ended up watching all of the, Tom Holland Spider-Man films. Not Infinity War Endgame. I was going to, and I never got around to it. It's kind of unfortunate, like,
Wild guess. Wow, you all forgot your keys?
to like watch those, because you have to, like, fucking. I have impact webs. So I need to do it the old-fashioned way. Or not. Village. Anyway, I also didn't watch Civil War because I didn't fucking care. But I watched Homecoming. It was alright. It was about as good as I remember, which was pretty good. Then I watched Far From Home, the one with Mysterio. It was kind of mid. Because, like, all of fucking... Like, it's a good movie. Mysterio is awesome. I love Mysterio.
Hi, Herman.
But it's also, fucking all of, like... It's all the, like, oh man, Infinity War Endgame shit happened.
That's what you said last time.
It's fine.
Wow, that's considerate.
But, No Way Home, still pretty good.
What's the money for, Herman?
Why do you care?
Actually, I don't. Just trying to make polite conversation.
I'm done talking.
But this could be so much more rewarding if we connect.
Hey, do I have to... What's her face?
You don't have emotions.
Do I have to do... I have to do the streamer girl shit again. Speedball?
Herman? What? He only answered a shocker now? Mr. Shocker?
Oh, man. I didn't even think about that. I had to do the speedball shit again. I think that was her name.
Gotcha. Now let's talk.
I said I'm done talking.
Shocker's is kind of good in this.
Honestly, Herman, why are you robbing again? You know the police are watching your every move. I mean, we all know you're kind of dumb, but I didn't think you were this dumb. You must be desperate, which means you're not just stealing for yourself. You must be working with someone, or for someone. You can tell me who it is now, or make me punch it out of you later. Your choice.
Said enough.
I think the thing that, like, kind of dislike about, like, yeah, I guess Spider-Man in particular. This starts to happen even in, like, his kind of his own run, like his OG run. Is like, I think it's because I really like Ultimate Spider-Man's portrayal of Peter.
He's getting away.
Even though he's young and like immature and also like pretty fucking shit, but like as Spider-Man, he actually like kind of gives a shit about like the normal everyday man, and like tries to, you know, make sure that they don't get hurt and stuff, which Spider-Man does at like the start during his, like, when he first is learning responsibility and shit.
Zero personality, but your suit is awesome. Can we talk design details?
I was just like,
maybe later.
I mean, you got Spider-Man catching fucking planes, holding up the entire Daily Bugle, fucking...
Good work, Spider-Man.
My favorite part, where the machine collapses on him.
But he's not very talkative. Plus, he hates me.
But it's like...
You have that effect on a lot of people.
Spider-Man doesn't
But
really,
you love me, right, Yuri?
I tolerate you.
I kind of wish there was more, like, of him, like...
Wow. That might be the nicest thing you've ever said.
Stopping what he was doing to, like... Not minimize damages, but, like, ensure that everyone is safe.
Looks like I got some free time.
Because, like, that was a
Now's good
fucking
time to look into that mask.
chase through
Oh, it's MJ.
the city where multiple cars got thrown and the shit got destroyed. People probably got hurt.
Looks like you had quite an adventure with Shocker tonight.
Yeah, he was unusually combative.
I don't know, I just kind of
thanks
wish...
again for dinner. What do I owe you?
How about a favor?
Almost morning. Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
I know. I think it'd be kind of cooler to portray him as, like, stop it, like when he does it some of his fights, oh god, sorry. And, like, other stuff is, like, he stops to, like, sweep, like, you know, web up the rubble and shit.
Usually in his office now.
Kind of aided off of, like, the Stacy's, deaths and shit. And I was like, this is cool, I fucking love this.
Partnership with restaurants and grocery stores works great. Any surplus food comes right here.
I don't know, I feel like we kind of don't see that as much anymore. It's more like ruin his life and make him a man-child and no responsibility.
Peter!
But all the responsibilities still.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Lee. I have a friend, Mary Jane. She's a reporter. She's doing a story on art imports, and she found this piece.
Oh, no.
Well, she wanted an expert opinion on it, and I know you have a degree.
And this might be the first time I actually get to use it.
Ramble about shit, but I'm like, dying. Like,
Interesting.
barely conscious.
Where'd she find it?
I'm so tired.
I'm really not sure. Why? What is it?
A replica of an antique Chinese opera mask. I haven't seen one in years. This symbol here roughly translates to demon.
Demon?
My father read me ghost stories with that mask and symbol in it.
Fucking,
Scared the hell out of me.
I love comics.
Peter.
Because like I said, I'm reading through
that mask. It's
60s to 90s Amazing Spider-Man right now.
Connected to dangerous people.
Basically everything.
Mary Jane might want to find a different
that
story.
leads to like Civil War.
She's
like,
in trouble?
I guess she's kind of.
I don't know.
Up to the final chapter is kind of where I'm going right now.
Why take the risk?
But fucking. What I love is that Secret War happens. And it's shit, by the way. Don't read Secret War. Terrible fucking storyline, but it happens. Peter gets the black symbiote suit.
The mask means demon.
Banner.
Really
Awesome scene. Shows up forever.
Demon said you should drop the story.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
But what was it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, fucking Spider-Man gets his black suit in Secret Wars. Terrible little storyline in Secret Wars. I mean, he gets the black suit. It's cool. Fucking, I think Julia Carpenter's Spider-Woman is in it, and I don't even know why. She just kind of appears.
Got some time to kill before
And then,
Doc needs me
like,
in the lab.
doesn't even really
Little
do
fight worked out in
anything.
the city.
Just appears. It's kind of funny. But anyway, it happens. Most of it gets resolved in other people's comics. The only reason I even went to go read it is because fucking the Lizard was apparently in it, and I say that because he's really fucking not.
And holder of my student loans.
Like,
Beautiful.
the Lizard is like brought in as kind of like.
Peter, Mr. Lee spoke to me. He seemed worried. Are you into something dangerous?
Oh, it's just a story Mary Jane's investigating. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
Please tell me you two are back together.
We're talking again. Baby steps. I hope I didn't upset Mr. Lee.
He's just concerned. I was actually touched by how concerned. I knew he liked you. He admires how dedicated you are to helping others. I think you remind him of himself when he was younger. Both orphans, both so smart. I'll tell him you said so. Love you, Peter.
Anyway, Secret War happens, and the only reason I read it was because I continued and ended up on the fucking
Peter, it's Dr. Octavius.
volume right after it all happens, and he's with Connors and shit.
I mean, I didn't forget. I'll be there soon.
It just kind of.
His tardiness is starting to become a pattern. Come on, Parker. You're better than this.
He's right. How did I lose track of time?
Anyway, Secret War. It's an arc. It happens. I never bothered to read Secret War 2. I'm just kind of gonna let whatever happens not happen. Because I didn't even know it was happening until, like, the Beholder shit happened. It's like, oh. Okay. Nothing indicated that Secret War 2 was happening. But I think it's weird. Because he gets rid of the symbiote. And at this point, he's, you know, not with MJ. Because MJ still, like, while revealing that she knows he's Spider-Man, isn't really, like, you know, into him or whatever yet. And then there's, like, a side story in a completely different Spider-Man comic where Black Cat gets powers, and, like, they're together. And apparently she knows he's Peter Parker, too, which is also is in the side story run. Including their breakup is also in the side story run. There's a lot of shit that's in the side... Like, by this point, there's, like, 4 different Spider-Man comics, and I'm not getting I'm not going out of my way to read them just to like see whatever happens. Unless I think it's like really important to stop the main line to go read. Because I did for one single one with the Beholder because I thought it just like I thought it would be interesting and then it wasn't. So it wasn't really worth it. It's not going to be until like the late 90s where they're starting to cancel all of them, so the like Council of Five or whatever, and the final chapter is like when it matters to actually go through in the 90s and stuff. But anyway, he gets his black suit. It's cool, whatever. Then loses it. Starts dating Black Cat. Black Cat apparently makes him a black suit. And this is like the thing, because like some of these stories they've written before like other stories are done, but then also because they're working on 4 different magazines of Spider-Man, like 4 different comic annuals or issues. You have him like get the black suit from Black Cat, and then he starts using it, and he just kind of keeps using it during his main line, even after they break up, because I get it was popular and shit, but it's like this is a little a little weird. Like, because he's also, like, commented on not liking the black suit, as it reminds him of the symbiote and stuff. And at this point, the symbiote, I believe, has also escaped. That hasn't really been touched on yet, but I think it will eventually. It's just interesting, because, like, right now, it's, like, Hobgoblin, which is great. I love Hobgoblin, actually. I think he's super cool. Because he's like 3 different guys, and it's kind of interesting. I think it's like how it works. What they do for the Hobgoblin is a little bit more interesting than like what they do for Green Goblin. Like when Green Goblin is introduced, before they knew who he was going to be, they continue to hide him and whatever, and they do that with Hobgoblin. But then also they give him like fake versions, like, oh yes, Flash Thompson gets framed as Hobby, and you know it's not Flash, but it's interesting because Flash shows the same like mood change as Ned Leeds does, who is also a Hobgoblin. And dude, I fucking like comic Ned Leeds, so good. I like him, but like also what's weird and shit is like I don't think I've seen Jonah in a while in the main like run. For no reason. I think he's doing shit in the side stuff. But like there's like a new editor-in-chief lady that like appears at some point. I don't even know what her name is. I just know she exists. Peter's being shunned as like a photographer. No one like wants his photos and stuff. There's Lance Bannon, who the fuck Lance Bannon is, but he keeps appearing. Betty Brant's having marital issues again, and just fucking just cheating on Ned Leeds again. And it's crazy because like she starts cheating with Flash Thompson, and like it's like written completely different than when she did that shit with Peter, where fucking Ned went and like fucking socked Peter in the face.
Like a natural arm. You think of what you want it to do,
and fucking Ned's not like doing any of that. Though I guess he is technically also being the Hobgoblin, so shit's happening.
Yes. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker, how the hell are you?
Speak of the devil.
Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor. It's Norman.
Norman, what do you think you're doing?
The grant agreement you signed has strict safety provisions. This isn't your first violation.
Those were excused.
By me. We should have confiscated this equipment long ago.
But I've had a breakthrough.
Thank you for your great service to our country. These folks will escort you to Oscorp Robotics, where you'll receive the latest in prosthetics. No charge.
This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oscorp.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Hey, Peter.
Weird waves,
Harry will be
dude.
coming back from Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business you always talked about. This is opportunity knocking.
Easy. They didn't take everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter. There's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
What was I talking about? I think it's interesting that there's like
Wish I could do something to help Doc.
4 different fucking stories about
No. Norman never listens to Harry.
like
Tried to kill
Peter's
for his research stations.
daughter as Spider-Man,
One of those stations is nearby.
but they're like
See how they're
different
doing while Harry's in Europe.
because there's like in Marvel Continuity 2, I think is what it is, MC2, and there's like that universe where their daughter's
Harry
like
left me a
Spider-Girl
message
and
about
shit.
these before he left for you.
Pete, hey, I need a favor. My mom's pet project was research stations that could benefit the public. Now, I launched them, but now that I'm away, Oscorp's gonna shut them down unless they prove their value. I was hoping you could watch them. I left details in each one. Thanks, man. As long as they're here, it's like a part of my mom is, too.
Well, it's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means.
So
I've got a couple stations measuring air pollution. The idea is to catch the, what's the word, contaminants before they reach
the Green
toxic
Goblin?
levels.
The Green Goblin must have happened
Between
in
you
this.
and me, I think Oscorp wants
I
this
don't-
to fail because it might show they're polluting.
The amount of polycyclic hydrocarbons in the air is way too high. And rising.
I don't know.
If
Like
it
it,
keeps getting worse, people could die.
I wonder how they would
Particles are concentrated in trouble
contextualize
spots. Like mini clouds of smog. I'll swing through them and get samples, then trace them to the source.
I don't know how they're gonna do like Harry's mom being dead. Oh, I guess, I mean, it could just be like a, you know, fire, but I think it matters a little bit more, in my opinion, if it's because of the Green Goblin. Dude, how do I get up there? I don't have the fucking launch yet.
Nasty as they are, I gotta swing right through those clouds.
Build up some momentum.
For these clouds to be visible to the naked eye, the level of toxins must be up there.
Dude, I fucking hate website in this game. It's like slightly better in 2, but only a little bit.
And gotcha.
Not enough for me to consider it not still terrible. And the only reason I know it's better is because I've played 2 a little bit with my nephew.
I'm getting some good stuff. Well, good samples of bad stuff anyway.
I was like, wait, I've been able to think for a little bit, and I forgot I turned up fucking JJ. I think I say. Anyway, so the reason I am like learning to draw again, it's not like a new reason. It's the same reason it's always been that I wanted to learn to draw. I've always wanted to make some comics. I like writing. I'm not like stellar, but you know, I like comics. I care about comics.
I must be freaking these people out. What else is new?
So you don't wanna.
Huh. The toxin's coming from 2 types of cars and a faulty smokestack. I better get photos.
There's a couple comic ideas that I've always wanted to, you know, see on done and on paper, and it's like, well, if I don't make them, who's gonna make them, you know?
Best smokestack picture I ever took.
So, I'm learning to draw.
Great light on that one.
Get help!
But yeah. So one of them, actually, I haven't drawn anything on it, but I've been writing
Environmental protection will take it from here.
details,
Like a green spider costume for Earth Day.
those stories and stuff, like snippets of ideas
Harry
and stuff.
Station just stopped a public health crisis. Oscorp's gonna have a hard time arguing it's not useful.
For it, but
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now he's robbing a bank
What's
on
Shocker?
East 31st.
What happened? I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker was working for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Damn.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's creepy. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
But anyway, I've always had like this one's a little bit in like a couple of years of ideas. I don't actually have anything past like the main idea, and I know I'm honestly surprised with how stupidly forgetful I am because of ADHD. That I still remember how I want it to end, but it's
I created by putting Fisk away.
inspired by Lethal Weapon, which I love, like the kind of the buddy cop idea.
Long time no see. Hey, I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's a parole violation.
It's okay, I'm gonna watch Spider-Man get fired up by Shutter.
Oops, guess we're stuck in here for a while. Want to play 20 questions? No? How about we thumb wrestle? Okay, face punch it is.
I like that he still punches fucking helmets and shit,
Gauntlets are all digital now, aren't they?
Have it your way. You wanna fight?
and it hurts his hands like he's not learned a single lesson.
Man, can't wait to put you back behind bars so we can talk science. Remember our first fight? Me so young and stupid. You just stupid.
You talk too much.
Oh, I got a second bar.
Matter of opinion. I mean, are there any standard metrics for... Okay, now I can do some real damage. Why are you doing this, Herman?
Because if I don't, they'll kill me.
Fair enough, bro.
Coming your way. If you come clean, I can help you.
You really want to help me? Let me have the money.
Sorry, not gonna happen.
But that's not what I want to do. Fucking do it. Yeah, I have this like buddy cop idea that I wanted to do, although it's a little bit more, you know, like a mature, not big.
Real damage.
whatever. And the idea is like it's kind of like based off like it's inspired by like Lethal Weapon 2, which is the best one. And it's kind of like more on like, you know, sort of domestic terrorism, I guess, like terrorism on the home front.
Sorry, not gonna happen.
That was where I wanted to do that. I think it'll be kind of fun. It's an idea I've had for a couple years, so.
You know, people don't use banks anymore. You're lucky you found actual cash. If you really want to rob banks,
You can tell me to do
try day
crypto.
trading.
Yeah.
It's all the
Okay.
rage. Wait. Oh no!
Dude literally comments on his gauntlets being all digital now,
Tell me who you're working for.
and then still expects the old thumb stuck,
They made that very clear.
old thumbstick to work. Ow. I don't remember how to do. I know it's jump, but I forgot.
You tell me who you're working for. I can help you cut a deal.
If I talk, I'm dead. They made that very clear.
This one's gonna hurt. You're freaking me out, Herman. It's not like you to be afraid of people.
Not even sure these guys are people. Could be anything under those masks. Don't know, don't care. Soon as I finish the job, I'm gone. Stand still.
If you ask nicely, maybe. Give up now and we can protect you.
No way. You ain't see what I see.
I do like that, the Shocker's design never really changes.
You son of a...
Okay, last chance to give up. This time I really mean it.
Quit moving!
Okay, I was kidding before. Now is your last chance. Seriously.
Give up before you really get hurt.
Sorry, Herman. You brought this on yourself. Literally.
Then I'm working on a, you know, my main current inspiration. Could you guess it's Spider-Man?
I'm desperate. These demons are everywhere all of a sudden.
But I thought more on like fucking my whole little Winter Spider character.
Okay, Yuri, Shocker's all yours.
And I have
We have a special cell waiting for him at the raft. We'll make sure he stays behind
like
bars this
a
time.
good fucking like,
Also, I'm pretty sure he was working for the Demon Gang.
Demon Gang? Sounds like a Daily Bugle headline.
Hey, the Bugle is a perfectly fine news organization.
Not sure I'd call it news.
Well, I've heard they have some really good reporters. Anyway, have you had any more reports on demon, guys with masks?
Let me get back to you. By the way, how much of a mess did you make inside that bank?
You probably don't want to know.
Shouldn't have asked.
but
The
anyway,
fight with Shocker took a while. Time to catch up on what I've been missing out in the city.
a fucking I got like a Spider-Man inspired character, Winter Spider, like my little OC and shit. And I've really been developing her. And sorry, I'm so fucking yawny. Kind of have like a world and stuff being made, and it's kind of fun. Demons. No, already.
The vacuum I created by putting Fisk away. Jameson was right. Demons are my fault.
What were you supposed to do? Let Fisk keep God bothering? Are you okay? You sound even mopier than usual.
I think I might have just lost my job. The city, Norman actually, pulled our funding.
Oh, Pete. I'm sorry. If Harry were here, he could talk some sense into his dad.
Can't grab rockets
Find
yet.
another source. Your work's too important.
Thanks, MJ. Talk to you soon.
Hey, so I looked into reports of demons.
I knew you'd come around.
They've been pretty busy tonight, hitting a lot of Fisk properties.
They're going after Fisk? Damn. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Brewing gang war?
Let's try to get ahead of it. Are there any Fisk properties that haven't been hit tonight?
Let me see. Patrol reported a bunch of activity at one of his shipyards in Portside.
Thanks, Yuri. I'll check it out.
I will go to see Jeffrey Davis, and then I will stop playing the game because I'm so tired. And I slept till noon today. Actually, I
Hey,
didn't.
Yuri. Any idea what Fisk uses that shipyard for?
I've mostly been sick.
idea.
I think I like
Send an
literally
officer to meet you there. His name's Jefferson
broke
Davis. That's
a
his
fever
beat.
last night.
He's a good cop. Been working the Fisk case
It's
for
crazy.
years.
Anyway.
If anyone knows what's going on at that shipyard, it's him.
I been working on a little Spider-Man based, you know, I guess Marvel just in general inspired like world.
Attention units. Officers are engaged with the demons.
And stuff.
Fired. Please proceed to Hell's
And I just really like. I think her name is still kind of dumb.
That shootout's gonna get someone killed.
But I really like her.
Cavalry's here.
And I was kind of like I was working on like how I wanted to characterize her, and the thing that I kind of based it all off of is a quote of you know, I want to do this thing but I'm scared.
Demons are down.
Then do it scared. I don't know. I just refound that image on my tablet actually because I was clicking through a bunch of photos and I was like, I haven't thought about this quote in fucking years. But all of a sudden it's like, this is like the perfect characterization of my character. Like a kind of like a cowardly Spider-Man. Like, you know, instead of like the whole, you know, oh, great power, great responsibility shit. It's more like one that like a hero that despite being terrified for their own life just keeps pushing through it for other people. And I think that's like kind of a cool idea. I don't know, but I've just kind of been writing little stories, like concepts and stuff. Then I'll probably flesh out into more, but I was like, how, like, I don't want to do, you know, obviously, well, it's inspired by Spider-Man, so I kind of think about it and, like, stuff I like about Spider-Man stories, and, like, the character and inciting incidents and stuff related to it. So, obviously, like, the death of Gwen Stacy is a big deal. But, you know, how would I do that for my own character? And I thought about it and I was like, what if it is similar, but instead of it being, you know, like just a loved one or something, it's a villain? Because the whole, real, like, concept, I guess, behind it is that they're like a journalist instead of a photographer, which I know, ooh, on the nose, but I actually had a reason for it. And, you know, they're like this freelance journalist, and even before they got the powers, they were kind of always into, like, everyone getting, like, a second chance, you know, looking more into the situation that created, like, a person over like the circumstances or whatever, over just being like, this is a, you know, an evil person. Even though sometimes people are just fucking evil. So I kind of like the concept that, you know, they always do care about, like, their villains and whatever. Kind of like Wally West Flash in Justice League Unlimited. I guess JLA, Justice League, the animation as well. It's still Wally West Flash. And I just remember this one episode where they, like, him and Batman, I think it was, go to, like, ask a villain a question, and, like, Wally goes and meets him at a bar, and, like, just talks to him like a normal guy.
Peter, I might have been hasty advising you to find another
And
job.
I really like that.
Plan. Give me a bit of time.
And then there's some, like, newer
Live to invent another day.
Batman stories, too, where he's, like, working to heal Killer Croc and shit, which is like, yes, that's interesting as fuck. You know, even in Batman Taz, there was a lot of that. Like, he tried to help Clayface out, when Clayface first, you know, was evil, and I forget her name. This is Justice League again, but, like, the psychic girl. It's
Demons rock. Gentlemen, that is not how an ATM works. That's not even an ATM.
like one of those ideas. It's funny because it's like Spider-Man just kind of ended up being like the molds for the hero, but the whole idea is actually not inspired by Spider-Man. It's in fact instead inspired by me reading through a run of Vic Sage's As the Question. I forget the author, but it's kind of his like main run as like the main question storyline before Renee Montoya and like he gets his no-kill rule and shit.
That much cash.
What I love about fucking The Question in this particular run is that, yeah, he is kind of like this cocky dude in over his head, and then he ends up, you know, getting the bullet that causes amnesia in the training and shit as he becomes no longer Charles Saz or Vic Sage. He's just The Question, and it's cool. But his whole like driving motivation in this comic series is Hub City. He wants to make it a better place for everyone. It's all for the civilians, and this is also where the journalist thing comes from, because he's a news reporter, and then he's also The Question, and it's like, it's such a good comic in my opinion. I really like it. I think Myra's interesting. I think Vic is interesting. I just think it's really good. And what I really like about it too is that it shows like I wouldn't say it ends happily. I mean, obviously he goes on to do other Question comics and stuff. This is just the one run. But it really shows, like, the full thing of just a guy. Because Vic had no powers. He was just a dude with a cool mask that removes his face. And some training. Like, it's just, like, the story of a guy, night after night, going out there to change the city he loves. And watching it time and time again just get destroyed by those in charge. Until it breaks him. And like you see him go through the whole scene of where he's like the calm, collected, and cool like dude after his training. And then you get the fucking, you watch the version of him that got the bullet in his head come back near the end. as he goes night after night, not even thinking about his own health, just going back out into the city. Until he thinks that he can't do anything for it. Like, he's just like, it's the city's done for. He can't do anything. And I love that shit. I can't pick up that thing now? Okay. And that's like a part of what inspires the character. And then I was like, okay, so yeah, you know, this is like the theme. They're, you know, why they are a hero, but why? What makes them different than other heroes in this world? Like, and I was like, oh, like I was watching through Tom Holland's Spider-Man's. And, you know, a certain event happens, the Sokovia Accords, where, like, all the hero, and this is, like, a big thing even in the comics. I don't know if it's the Sokovia Accords in the comics, but, just, like, the Register, where they have the identities revealed, and, you know, they're, like, government sanctioned and shit. Kind of like the Ultimates in the Ultimate Universe, which is, like, the Avengers, but they're shield soldiers. And I was like, oh, a big thing about Spider-Man is that, you know, he's always considered a menace, and he's technically a vigilante, because of, like, you know, he goes around and does shit.
Roped into running jobs for the demons.
You guys are serious.
You know, no mask. This is why people don't.
That'd be bad enough. Hope it's not something worse.
So you know why they don't like. Oh, yawn. You know why the public doesn't like Spider-Man shit is because oh, he's got the mask and stuff, and no one knows who he is. It's like, well, what if this is a world where you have this concept of like, oh, you know who the heroes are. In fact, you even know who some of the villains are, because when they're captured, they're marked and put on this list, like this record. And, you know, they're, you know, kind of government or, you know, agency based, kind of like how X-Men for a little bit, they had the X-Force, or for a long bit. I think X-Force was around for a while. Or, like the Justice League back with Booster Gold and Blue Beetle and Batman and shit was like owned by a guy. Kind of like that. Well, now you have this. Suddenly you have this fucking web slinging lady out of nowhere.
Oh boy, rockets! They got rockets.
That's like now doing stuff, but no one knows who they are, and they just kind of appear. And like that's, I guess, kind of like some of the like outer conflict, like a world that really doesn't trust you, I guess, like just in general. Like, okay, now I have to talk to the like IRL inspiration for like some of the shit. It's like fucking ice. You know, like, it's just thoughts I've had, like, on that whole group. Like, they're fucking bad people, okay? Don't get me wrong. They're terrible people. And it's like, okay, well, what if you had a concept like that, but instead of, you know, immigrants or whatever, it's, like, going after, like, powered people. But there's still, like, a fear-mongering group. And they got superheroes. And it's like, oh, well, now you have this woman who is not a part of that, doesn't agree with them, because fucking who would? And, like, is trying to do shit for the people, wants to help out, everyone.
Dudes are way too high strung.
And that's kind of like the outer conflict, is a lot of like fighting with these like these registered heroes or whatever, and like the public having her painted as a bad person, while actual people who've like interacted with her know that's not exactly true. And then I figured, then you have like the inner character, and it's like, okay, well, she's not exactly like, she's selfless, but she's, you know, a coward. She's kind of doing this, like, she's like sort of afraid, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Or it's, I mean, like uncertain, I guess, which isn't exactly like cowardy, cowardice, but it's more like, you know, full of doubt, not like, kind of like early Spider-Man, but instead of like him being like an antisocial loser, which he fucking is, okay? Peter Parker's an antisocial loser. In some of his runs, I think Ultimate Spider-Man gets a little bit cooler.
10:30 on an armored car. Suspects are wearing masks. Please proceed to Halifax. Over.
But instead of sort of this antisocial, like, you know, oh, like this, like, Peter, when he becomes Spider-Man and he's like using the great responsibility thing, that's an angry dude. Like, Spider-Man is an angry guy. Like, in some of his stuff. Like, I mean, he's a teenager. But he kind of just blames the world, and like often the public perception of him and shit, he's like more than willing to like throw in the cowl, I guess, throw in the mask. He's more than willing to throw off the mask at like the slightest inconvenience. It's like, well, what if we have a character like that, but you know, kind of without the whole, not exactly without, you know, like the Uncle Ben moment. She definitely has something similar, but it's not fully related to the power. Like them having powers and being selfless. This is more stuff that I cannot currently articulate while love swinging around, or think of right now. But that's like part of the inner conflict of the character, is just like, you have these powers, you've seen how people with them are treated, among other things, and you just want to help people, and like that's like part of the character. But I also think she should like be completely and totally full of self-doubt. Like, she's not a fighter. You know, even though having her spider powers gives her, like, you know, the strength, the physique, you know, the reflexes, whatever. This is not someone who's been in a fight. And I've kind of thought about, like, her whole first actual superhero battle. It's gonna be against a speedster. Like, someone that's fast. And she's gonna have her ass handed to her. Kind of, I've one like specific thing that I've in this fight that I've thought of is her having a car thrown at her, and I've decided that she doesn't initially have spider sense. This is something that develops over time, because again, the way I think of spider sense is, while it is actually something spiders have, I've unfortunately had to look into spiders, and I don't have a fear of spiders. I have a fear of insects. Like, close up, not even insects, just like close-ups of like bugs and shit, which if you look into spiders on like the Wikipedia and shit, you have to look at, but yeah, they have like, they can detect like air pressure changes with like the hairs in their body, which I think is fucking awesome, actually. Like, cool as shit little fucking bug ability, which is, you know, the spider sense. But I figured this is like someone who's not fought, you know, it's more bookish or whatever. Cause that's the thing I think about is like early Peter, this dude is getting knocked out of the air web slinging by like people like the Puma, dislocating his arm. He's fighting the Vulture with a broken arm. Like, it's peak, okay? I love that shit. Like, you know, he has to actually think, outsmart his enemies, and now it's kind of just like Peter Parker punches people really hard and wins, versus like making the fucking Vulture Jammer, or fucking sciencing out a cure for the lizard, becoming great friends with Kurt Connors, and then also together sciencing out a cure to like the man spider shit with Morbius. Technically, I guess they already scienced that one out, but more like fucking sciencing out how to destroy the Rhino's costume and stuff. It's like, this is super, yeah, like, this is interesting. I'm gonna have a character that's not that smart. Like, I don't she's not a scientist, because I'm not. Like, I mean, originally this was like a Sparta-Sona, and it's not like, I mean, they are, but like, they're not, you know, Peter Parker levels of genius. They're just someone with a basic understanding of right and wrong, and an ability to kind of think on their feet, on how to fight. Because, like, I mean, fucking Spider-Man, with Spider-Sense, I believe he can see, I mean, I guess it depends on the interpretations. Like, Tom Holland Spider-Man, using Spider-Sense, can see fucking, like, pure electricity. And I guess it's the same with him. Like, dude can dodge bullets that he can and can't see, lift entire buildings, catch planes and shit, and stop trains. You know, like, strong guy. Originally, when, like, Spider-Man was first being created, I believe he was considered as strong as Thor, Hulk, and there's one other guy who I'm unfortunately forgetting. But those were, like, the only 3 real strong people in Marvel at the time. And, you know, it's just kind of, you forget that. Like, I think I read something, like a comment or something, about why Spider-Man can't pick up Mjolnir. Which, I don't know if he has or hasn't. Because I don't know everything about the character. But I like someone was talking about how it's like, it's not that he's not worthy, because, dude is. It's because he doubts himself. And it's like, yes, character doubt. I got really into talking about Peter Parker instead of my own character. But like, just the thoughts I've had about her is like, and written down is, you know, her Gwen Stacy incident is like kind of soul shattering. It's one of 2 that, like, sort of big instances. This, I believe the Gwen Stacy one will be the second one. Like, that'll just kind of like start to lead into, because my plan is to do 122 page little issues, which is kind of a fucking lot, but I just think of it more as like a graphic novel, I guess, or like more like novel writing, which is something I have done a little bit of. And so it doesn't seem like that much, and it's also like they're all like sort of their own little stories, or they're multiple part stories. So it's not really like 100 different stories. It's more just like 2 graphic novels, I guess you could say, of little adventures that do connect. Like, you know, there's continuity and stuff, while there's also still kind of like your villain of the week or whatever. That's just the plan. Like, that's just kind of how I've been big seeing it, because I like to think big. I like to have, like, by doing it this way, I have a start. I know exactly how I want the characters to start. I've written most of how, like, I don't even want their actual origin of how they get their powers in the beginning. I think that the character is gonna be introduced as having powers, and there's some other like cool shit about it that I don't want to like spoil until I've like written it and like fully like have it going. which is this all leaps back to a thing I was gonna talk about at the start of the stream, which I'll do in a second. But like the origin will be later, and it's kind of gonna be detailed during like the first Spirit break, where a villain slash like hero and just a character that's been around since the start is like super mortally wounded, like almost killed, like they're gravely injured, and the character blames themselves because they were talking them, like they talked them into powering down because they believed that they, you know, they're true, this villain that they're fighting, this is like a good person just going down a path that they do not need to, and they've you know fought together before or whatever, fought against each other, and then we're on sort of like this path of redemption before, like, you know, a little inciting incident turns them, you know, back to blaming, like, because they're like a mutant, I guess. But you know, obviously it's not in the Marvel universe, so I'm not gonna just mutants. Fucking, I'll figure out something. I was thinking Omegas, which is kind of cool, but that's just more because I wanted to make jokes about like Omega Alphas and shit. But also I thought it like sounded cool. As like these are people that are just born with powers. I think it's interesting. But anyway, like this guy, he's like a stone dude. Like he can like turn into like stone or whatever. And then he gets injured because, you know, like gets talked down, powers down or whatever. He isn't gonna go on this revenge quest anymore, and then is injured in front of the main character, who then blames herself for it, and then ends up going on, well, I guess her own little revenge against the hero that injures them, but doesn't, you know, commit. Like, they're not gonna lower themselves to being this, like, this government soldier that has no problem killing people. Which makes the second incident just hit harder, because it's a fucking accident. How I thought about it was that they'd be fighting sort of their version of the Green Goblin, but not like the Green Goblin, just kind of like a dude similar. While fighting in like one of his old warehouse bases, and this is probably because I've been reading the crime spree arc in Spider-Man, and I was like, I really like that there's some stories where they like follow another story, and even like the Moreland shit in the 90s, where Peter has not slept for fucking days, and he's still going, he's still fighting, he's still saving people. And it's like, this is like the idea where she's injured as shit, hasn't slept, has been fighting for a couple days now, and is now in this final confrontation with this killer, with this evil dude. And she's finally gonna, like, this is like not the first time they fought, maybe like the 5th or 6th, and she's like, this is it, no more, there will be no more of you, we're going to end this now. Like, you're getting captured, you're done for, and shit, you know, but cooler and more raw and aura than me retelling what I thought of at 5 in the morning. Wrote down in my phone. But it's like, yeah, you know, whatever, more raw, and shit. And how it'll happen is, like, I guess I can talk about this. They're technically like 2 people, but not really, and it's a little convoluted to explain without like being the actual material to show. But basically the other version of them that they like can communicate with, who, even though they're normally the angry one, And the one it's like, you know, end this, they're like, let him go. You are not in shape to keep this up. You are gonna, like, one of you will die. Like, you're getting yourself killed right now. While the calm, more cowardly side, the one that's like, with the powers and control, is just like, no more. This is it. Like, they've reached their limit of patience, and are like actually kind of like stopping. They're not really holding back as much. There still are, but they're, you know, some of the punches hit a little bit harder. The like theme that I thought of is because, again, I was thinking about fucking Puma knocking Peter out of the air and dislocating his shoulder, and even though he like puts it back in, they then fight still, and he's still fighting like fucked up. Is that, you know, a similar event happened where they got knocked off a building while doing hero stuff and injured their shoulder, to have it later dislocate during this final confrontation with this guy by, instead of like how the Green Goblin dies being impaled by their glider, at this point they've got spider sense and shit, where they fucking just flip over it and catch that shit and slow it down with their power, but obviously they injure the shit out of their arm even more. So now they're not, like, they're in pain, they haven't slept, they're not really thinking straight, and they're still fighting, and the villain tries to get away in this, like, old-ass warehouse. They shoot a web and catch him. I guess them. I haven't actually decided what gender the villain will be yet. Probably a guy, but they shoot a web and catch him, and this makes them slow down, and they end up stepping on like some rotted wood, and this starts to collapse under them. Due to this collapse, the injured hero like drops the web and then kind of falters forward a little bit, off balance because they're in massive pain, before using their injured arm to shoot another fucking web and capture them, but it hits like the person's mask as they fall through the ground. And this is not like exactly killing it, you know, whatever. Oh, it hits their mask and stuff, but because this is now pulling on their injured arm, they lose their footing and kind of fall forward with the body weight as well. Because, you know, they're not fully thinking straight. They're not fully... Like, they're catching a full-grown adult with one arm, injured, and, like, the whole thing was like, okay, well, they're gonna get dragged... Like, this is not a force that's just stopping. They're gonna get dragged forward a bit. And so I figured she'd get dragged forward and into, like, a pillar. And it's her colliding into this pillar and breaking her shoulder. It gives just enough force to hang the guy. You know, because he's grabbed by his mask. You know, it's tied around his face. You know, so it doesn't come off in a fight. And it catches, and he, you know, just snaps back for this like single second while the hero still has their grasp on the web before they let it go, and, you know, the villain limply falls to the ground. You know, and they've thought that they did it. They've saved them. They've slowed down their descent, which was all they wanted to do. This is nothing about capturing them or anything. This was, at that point, it was a pure adrenaline save for a falling person. And it's unfortunately doesn't happen. It's sort of what I was thinking of when I wrote it was the end of Arkham City, the Batman game, where because Joker stabs Batman and he drops spoilers. Joker stabs Batman and makes him drop the antidote, and he's like, you know, despite everything, I was really gonna save you, and then, you know, he walks him out, like the corpse out at the end. Like that was kind of like an idea where it's like, you know, this is what happens or whatever. And this is like sort of like the next real breaking point of this person who really never wanted to be a hero, like, and it just ended like up this way because they just care about the people and wanted to help them. And this is kind of like where, oh, like the Omega, like, you know, by this point, this hero is, no one knows that they're not an Omega. They think that they are. Like, there's someone that was born with these powers. They're not. It's another guy that's completely related, like, unrelated to that. That's related to how they got their powers. But I figured the next little arc after that event happened would, you know, focus on, like, the guilt and the trauma of failing. And because they're an adult character, alcoholism, I figured it would be kind of a step where my sort of X-Force, I guess. I don't actually know what the X-Force did. I've not read any X-Force comics. I might, now that I'm thinking about them. They have some funny-ass costumes. Kind of like my version of the X-Force
Gotta
would
remember to check it out.
show up and, you know, kind of track her down in her civilian life, you know, kind of using like a radar to like hone in on her powers. Thinking, because I figured you know, Spider-Man's got Venom. They have to have like a version that's also got similar powers, but actually is an Omega. As a villain, which I did create, and they have a way cooler name because I thought of it after I'd already decided that they were going to be called Winter Spider. Which I love the reasoning they're Winter Spider, and I actually like was writing down costume ideas, and I had this one come to me like last night. The whole thing is it's actually so similar to my VTuber. It's just the goggles, the little aviator goggles, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, well, what if, you know, they have for their like homemade suit, this is what they first wear, is these little aviator goggles, kind of like how Andrew Garfield Spider-Man wears black shades over like the balaclava, or even like Tom Holland Spider-Man, he's got the little goggles. I think Raimi is actually, I think, what's his name? What the fuck? Why am I forgetting the guy who played Spider-Man first? Not Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire's, like, homemade suit is, like, actually, like, the wrestling suit, which is pretty accurate to the comics, as well. But I figure, you know, they kind of, in their first fight with the Winter Spider, they just kind of jump into it with what they have on hand to help a guy. So she's got these aviator goggles that are a memento from her father, who was a pilot, and is wearing this bomber jacket, like this worn bomber jacket that has the logo of the father's like little piloting company. All the like they're like a little jet show. And I decided to be called the Winter Winds because I thought it sounded fucking awesome as shit. Even though it's cheesy. But, like, it's like a little they're like a little flying jet circus, and this is inspired by Ace Combat, because there's one of those, I think it's 7, the girl that rebuilds the plane is all about, like, you know, that was their whole thing, was that they were making jets and shit. So she's got that, she's got the goggles, she's got that, she's got, like, a gator mask, which is why the costume ends up not, like, covering her hair. And then just, like, whatever she's wearing under that, she takes her shoes off and shit, so she's fighting her socks so she can stick to the walls, and like fingerless gloves against this guy that fucking throws a car at her. And I just think it's I just fucking, I don't know why, I just think that's super, like, it's like a shitty costume, and it perfectly fits this person that, like, spur of the moment decided that they were going to be a hero, that they're going to, you know, do the right thing when faced with the option to run away. And so that's where like the winter part of their name would come from. They would just originally call themselves the Spider, but people would like, it's an age of technology, so this fight's recorded, the jacket is seen, with the winter bit being the only part that's like fully legible. I forget the winds part would be kind of faded because this is an old jacket. She's like 25 by this point, and she's had the powers for a little bit, even though she never did hero things with them. Which again is related to other story plot stuff that's not important to talk about right now. But you have like, she gets the one suit and stuff, and well, I figured her next suit that she would make, like her actual suit for a while, why not just have it be a flight suit? Like, she clearly is like inspired by her father. Or at least uses him, as like a courage, like the goggles are a memento of courage. And so, design the next suit like out of a flight suit, so it's still kind of shitty and not like professional. And that's what they used for a while. And then they'll eventually get, and this is also like, because I love the static lenses that Spider-Man has in some of his comics. I know it's all about the mobile ones now to show the emotes, but I think you not really knowing what their emotion is with the static one is just so nice. It really translates into like doing body language and lines, and it's just raw. Like, there's a bit in Torment, a Todd McFarlane Spider-Man story. Also the only one I've read so far by McFarlane, but I've been thinking about it. I just love it so much. It's a little 4-parter. And there's a bit where it's right before he screams enough as he's fighting this like undying lizard, and he's gonna chuck these chains at him. And he's just up in the rafters, gravely injured, and all you see is his fucking lenses, like his lenses in the shadow. It's like, yes, this is so fucking peak. And that's not to say I hate the emotive lenses. I actually quite like emotive Spider-Man, but the static one is just, it's so good. Like, if you can capture it correctly. And so I figured I'd because these goggles are like their whole thing, and like aviator goggles from some of like what I've seen, they can be like fully like one way, kind of like how Peter's OG goggles are little one-way plastic, which is also cool. And then I figured they'd eventually get like an actual kind of techie suit with the lenses, just for like an university event or whatever. And this is how they get this suit. And I was also like thinking about the spider design. Like this is an important part of it, is like how the spider shows up on the costume. And I've always been a bit of a sucker for the small spider on it. The little like soft round one from like the early eras, which was like to make him seem, it was to play into the friendly neighborhood bit. And I figured that would be like on the costume they make is the one Spider makes by themselves. They'd have the more softer looking spider. It probably wouldn't be like the most professional looking. It would be a little clumsy and small, but soft looking. And then the tech suit would be more like, like say Insomniac Spider-Man's design, or Ultimate Spider-Woman. She's got this really cool, just the sharper spider, a little bit more, I guess aggressive. Kind of like a good one is Spider-Man Unlimited's costume, or even Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. They both have like this kind of sharper spider design on their costume. And I figured that would be on this tech suit, because it's not made by them. It's made by a different person that doesn't even know their identity. It's simply created so that they can work together on this event. And then I figured the third outfit would be, it would end up being made by like the same costume maker, and it would still be kind of this more traditional spandex, but instead of having the closed mask, it'll return to like the open one with the hair out, because I fucking love it. And it's just kind of a staple of like female Spider characters, like the open one. I don't know why, I just think it's charming. To have the open one, and then the still now have, instead of like the goggle look, the more normal spider lenses, but then be static again like they were before. And then I figured I'd throw a jacket on it, basically, like onto the spandex, and so you'd kind of have like this bombery jacket look, sort of like Ben Reilly's costume, where he's got like the ripped hoodie. But it would just be more of like a, you know, what they originally showed up in is this bomber jacket. And it would have, you know, this would be one that has a back logo, because I'm thinking they want to all have back logos. And, you know, she's got this jacket now. She's not tech-based. And it's just kind of like a little bit more of a looser looking, more free and kind of fun costume than the... I figured the tech suit would look a bit more constricting. It would have like the full mask and, you know, all the tech lenses and shit, and it would just kind of be, I guess, more imposing. Not as friendly is like the concept I'm going with, which I don't know how you gauge friendliness. But it's not gonna fit, you know, like the more their normal look, I guess, of them. And this is like the sort of something I was thinking I'd start doing once I really started drawing a lot more. Even though I've managed to do a couple drawings a day. Nothing great, just reference practicing and some anatomy practice, but not really. I didn't even read the book. I just kind of was drawing the pictures in it. To get it under, I'm just trying to get my new talent under my hands. But I figured I have Tuesdays off. I figured maybe once every Tuesday, I'd like have a stream kind of dedicated to like art or writing. This is something I've been thinking about before, because I really like Scoriath has like editing streams, and I've always kind of liked that sort of concept. And it also just lets me, instead of web slinging around, I can, you know, be actually doing something productive during my time on stream when I want to talk about something. So it might be something that I was going to just do once a month. Because I've been sort of thinking about stuff I want to do. Because the Ultimate Spider-Man run, it's just kind of for fun, really. I don't know. Maybe like once or twice a month it'll show up. Then I have a couple games that I want to play that I've been thinking of. I just picked up, because it came out a couple days ago. Just picked up No Rest for the Executioner, which is like a PS2 inspired horror game, and it's like, yes, you'll definitely be seeing that. Still have to do the Mama Sleeping Angel stream. That's been on my mind, but I just was so tired and sick when I was originally going to do it. And a couple other things. I guess I could maybe sit up a little bit. I don't know. I've been thinking I'm gonna be moving eventually, like in the next couple of months. So that'll also kind of be interfering with stuff. So like the stuff I had planned, money related, has kind of been put on the wayside. Like I have the art for the new character design. I have a logo in the works, like that I commissioned, but that's it. Like I can't really drop the money that I could originally to get every asset, and I really don't want to use any of it until I have every asset right now, because now I have to, you know, I have to save to get a place and rent and shit. So it's just to be a little bit more of a slower process. And I think I was originally hoping for May, or yeah, I think I was originally hoping for May to have everything, but it'll probably be closer to like July, which is fine. Again, I really don't even, I stream like once a week, and I want to add on to that, but it's just, it's been a little hard to find inspiration, I guess. I just, when my computer died, all of my momentum really did die with it, and it's an uphill fucking battle to get back into doing something. Now I also have a job that takes up time, and it's like, oh boy. But we're doing it. We're coming back. I'm pretty sure I was streaming like pretty actively even when I was originally working in life insurance, and that was a lot worse than what I do right now. So I'll make it happen. It's gonna come back. I just need to, like, I guess, find games that I actually enjoy playing. I, like, for sure what happened before was Resident Evil 0 was just so much fun. Like, I haven't even played, like, I've played a little bit of 9, but I think I got to, like, the mine section, and I haven't touched it since, like, Requiem. And I wanted to still play, I have some games that I do want to play that I need to finish setting up my PS2 to do, because I want to play not Armored Core, I want to play Ace Combat 4, a 5 and 0, for It's Time Pixie, 5 because I don't remember anything, I don't know anything about it, and 4 because it's good. Yeah, we also have co-op games that we haven't touched. I think I have like 2 installed. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's been hard to, like, I've been struggling with deciding, I guess, and like feeling overwhelmed again. What are you damning me for? I have the co-op games installed. You the one that busies. Most of the time, like 50% of the time. I got Sniper Elite. Well, I uninstalled some because I needed space on my computer. I have Sniper Elite, I think Goblin made, it's the Salt game, the Salt shooter, and like Mama Sleeping Angels, and like I think Guilty Gear. I think that's all I have right now. I don't know. I will look later. I've had Sid Meier's Pirates installed for weeks because I've been planning to stream it, and I haven't even opened the game to make sure it runs on fucking Windows 11. You have been asking to hang out for like 4 days in a row, but I've been busy. What are you? Don't bro, whatever you're doing me. I was gonna get off the game, and you showed up. Yeah, I was yapping, so I was swinging in circles. Pirate 101? No, I'm not doing Pirate 101. Sid Meier's Pirates is way better.
1034. Demons have opened fire. Officers down. Officers needed in
I am a hater. I don't want to play no sub to play Pirates 101. I didn't. Oh, I can hear her fucking laugh. Yeah. But anyway, I was thinking... Yes, I can. I was thinking, fucking one Tuesday a month, maybe, if that's like if that ends up as a consistent day off for me, I would maybe do like stuff where I talk about art and writing and stuff. The thing is, like, the thing with like losing the computer and stuff is that, like, I also kind of have to rebuild wanting to edit anything. Like, I've got DaVinci, I've figured out little bits of it. I haven't really even tried because I don't have videos that I want to make. Like, I could sit down and edit Resident Evil 5 and stuff for me and Siv's co-op channel, but like, I don't really want to, I guess. Like, I haven't really felt inspired to do it, and I don't want to edit Dino Crisis highlights because I don't think both streams were good enough to get edited, even though I like Dino Crisis. And then also, Well, I can't do Silent Hill F because I didn't finish the game. And while I do want to play it again, I just it being like the game I was playing during all the tech issues just really kind of added to like distancing myself to it. Like Wilds, I mean, I've been playing Wilds, but not really. I just haven't really wanted to play video games, I guess. And I'm just kind of putting it as like a seasonal depression like bit where, and also just like Peter was dead for like 2 or 3 months, and I like actually like left my room and like went and did shit, and it's just not the same, I guess. Like, oh dude, I broke a habit. And it's crazy. Like I just don't enjoy being on my computer as much. Which doesn't mean I don't want to like, which is kind of a shame because I still love like making content and editing, and also writing is on my computer, so I have to like be here to write. Although I can also use my MacBook and just like jot shit down in LibreOffice or on my phone, which is where I do a lot of stuff. But now I got this drawing tablet, which helps because I can go anywhere I want with it. And it's got a screen, which my PC-based tablet does not have. And I just relearning how to draw on that thing, it just doesn't really interest me.
Wonder what Fisk is
And
in his shipyard.
why don't I do like physical notebook writing? Because my handwriting is atrocious. And I don't want to practice it yet. And I like typing. And I like typing more. I like to hear my keyboard click. It's not bad. I learned how to spell Aerith in cursive. It wasn't difficult because I never forgot the cursive alphabet. So... yeah, I don't know. I like a bit too... no, that's fine. I don't... but dude, it's not the 19th century. What kind of like sucks, and this is like something I did myself, is and I know I did it too, I burned myself out on my own creative project that I like, which is why I'm trying my best to take my time on my comic idea. Like, I haven't drawn anything of it. I've done a couple sketches of ideas, but for the most part, all of my art has been studies of Teto or like just random shape drawing instead. It's been completely unrelated to it because what I did when I was working on, this is something I started doing at the start of the year. I talk as if lots of the years gone by. We're 4 months in. Half the year's gone by. No, but at the start of the year, I began writing my first book. I haven't written it for like a month now because I, for one, haven't like really thought about those characters in a little bit. I've unfortunately sort of moved on to a different interest. But also, I was working on it really consistently. But the thing is that I got Scrivenger, which I love. There's nothing wrong with Scrivenger. It's a really fantastic writing application. But I don't have another device past my main PC that can run it. And that means that to write and work on this book, I have to be in my room on my main PC for multiple hours working on it. And also because I'm unfortunately, I got that little, I started going like the writing Reddit for like, you know, just tips and shit. And then I just kind of like, I did a thing that happened when I got into the Final Fantasy fandom, where other people just burned me out by just being fucking dicks. Like, let's be real. People are assholes, and you shouldn't take, you know, anything. You shouldn't internalize what people say online. But unfortunately, I can't really help that. So, I like, you know, just would read shit, and it would just like be like, oh, okay, I'm doing this and that wrong and whatever. And you know, this has to be completely started over. And so I also just hit like a point in my book where instead of pantsing is what's called, I was like, okay, I have to plot it out. I should not have plotted my book, in my opinion. I think as soon as I plotted it out, I killed all of the more free-form, interest-based writing that I was doing that, like, was requiring me to actually think about how to get from plot A, like, point A to point B with this concept, how it's gonna fit into my idea, is because now I have, like, an outline, which is funny, because for the comic, I have outlined it. I have an idea of exactly when I want stuff to happen, but how I did it was I put the limit of the 122-page issues, and I set it up as, okay, issue 1 through 15 is world building. This is like where you're gonna learn about the character. You're gonna kind of get a couple of your jobbers, you know, your villains. You're gonna get a couple that get away. You're gonna get a couple that aren't actually villains, but these are like a couple hero fights. This is like building up the world of Winter Spider. First 15. I can stop web streaming for a little bit and pick up my phone, because I think I'm up to how I want, like, I think I'm like through the first 80 as an idea. And then, like, what's nice about this is that because it's just kind of rough. Yeah, I'm up to 81. Because it's just rough and like where I want certain stuff to start to happen. And the reason it's 100 specifically is because that's kind of like, I guess, not that you can't go over, but for me as a reader, that is probably, I believe that's about where I started to kind of get burned out, and just basic Spider-Man. And this is not to say that, oh, after 100 issues, this is the end of the world. No, I probably would spin off and do, you know, solo runs for other characters in it. And stuff. And I'm sure that I would love to, like, continue the world and stuff, and probably do more stuff with the Winter Spider. But 100 issues with a decent ending, like, this is, like, the idea. I think Ultimate Spider-Man was more than 100 issues. I can't remember, but I know that it sort of had, its pacing was a little slow, but what I liked about it was that you had a good couple issues. Like, even though the difference between Ultimate Spider-Man and me creating something fucking out of thin air is that Ultimate Spider-Man is building off of years of Marvel continuity to create the new Little World universe and get to do its own thing. So it can go with the, like, multiple issues to, like, kind of build up on stuff. Whereas, I mean, I like the slow pacing, but that's also not going to say that some issues are just like, here's a battle. Like, you meet this villain at the end of this issue, this villain is captured. Like, that's it. You know, like, it's not all, you know, 20 20 issues just to fucking cover one one storyline. No, it's not. It's nothing like that. Big team ups and like character exploration, that is gonna be, multiple stories. Like, fucking Torment is 4 issues. I had not, it takes place after Kraven's Big Hunt. There's like a bunch of shit in it that I did not know happened. And in that 4 issues, it not only completely gives you like an introduction to Peter Parker, it gives you loads of character on MJ. That's good. And also has like really fun Spider-Man stuff. And I'm not saying it's like fucking the #1 standard I'm gonna go by, because it's not. It's just the story that's on my mind from Spider-Man, or even like the Hobgoblin stuff. In like, I actually quite like. Before Hobby got on the scene, I was really losing interest in Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know how many issues there are for Hobgoblin stuff, because there are breaks in between his stories. But, it's a little decent chunk of stories, and they're all very interesting. They're focused on different characters. I think it's kind of like, I don't know, Spider-Man Blue, like, is 6 issues, retells the entire story of Gwen Stacy's death. It's fucking really good. Like, I don't know, I'm like thinking out of my mind, but like, it's like, I forget what I was talking about. But like, I have like an outline where I know where in the series I want major things to happen, but not exactly when. So I did take my phone out. Again, I have 80 of these done, and it's not like actually 80 separate fucking notes. No, it's chunks. 1 through 15 is just world building. It's exploring the world. You'll learn a little bit about the character. It's not like the deepest bit, but you get why, you kind of get them becoming a hero, their origin, and you get their costume. And like a group of villains that they go against. Then I figured the next, it looks like, 16 to 22 is called the Evolution arc. It's not that these specific 6 chapters, 6 volumes are all about fucking an evolution on the powers, but like 3 of them are like, oh, well, now she's been around the block for 15 volumes, so probably a couple months, if like in story time, like a month or 2. Now, she's really starting to kind of learn what she can do. This is like where I'd say like, oh, a sort of spider sense starts to evolve into it, but probably not exactly when they get spider sense. Where it's just kind of like the kid shoes are off, or the kid gloves, not shoes. The kid gloves are off, and now you're at like the actual like adult stable. Like sort of, this is like, oh, you know what's going on. And that's why I think 23 through 30, again, and this is something I wrote on it, where this is not specifically the specific arc I was thinking of when I numbered it. It's what it's named. I have it named Versus Golden Boy, because that's one of the hero guys. His name is Golden Boy. And I love him. He's really cool, but I'll talk about him like another time. And I figured this one is kind of like, these give more world building on the main character. Like, you learn more about her. Her powers get, a little bit stronger. And like at this point, they're really sort of solidified on who they'll be in this world. to then have the next 9 issues, be about completely destroying that. Because again, like I said, they're 2 people. But even though it's like one body, they're 2 people. Where the main one is Winter Spider. Like, this is like, she's the cowardly but selfless hero. And due to events happening near the end of the Versus Gold arc, specifically that first traumatic experience, that specific personality / actual person recedes. And so the other one, well, they get to be in the driving seat for a little bit. And they're way more, like, kind of, you know, a bit more bitter and holds back a little bit more. Or holds back a little bit less, I guess is what you say. And the difference for this is that instead of Spider, they're Winter Widow. And it's just like, that's the arc. It's like the little concept is just, you know, it's sort of like the symbiote suit, but not the symbiote suit. And then, I forget. After that, there's a little 5-volume arc that I called Extinction, which just focuses more, like, this is, like, the whole point of this is to focus on the origin of the character, why each of the personalities, despite being the same person, have led 2 different lives. I say personalities, but they're not personalities, they're people. They're actual 2 different spirits. But why they've sort of led, you know, these different lives and ended up as they did. And then the sort of like the inciting incident even before the powers that led them down their paths. And leads to, like, how to explain it? Basically, it's like the start of, because it's around the midpoint of the 100. It's the part where these 2 different souls actually start to become one, which they were always supposed to be. They were supposed to combine from the start, but didn't, because they were so vastly different. One of them had superpowers, one did not. Like, and this was like kind of the start of leading to, like, how I want the whole story to end is sort of more like a beginning, I guess, where it ends with a character that's not completely doubtless, and like this is not, it's no longer a character that's doubting their actions, you know, worried about their future, worried about their place in life. This is now, they are a hero, they know what their job is, and like that's kind of how it's gonna end, is like, yes, like they're, you know, it's like ending a Spider-Man run with Peter Parker married, not having to worry about rent, like a photographer, and like liked by the public as Spider-Man, and ending it with like fully understanding how his great power and great responsibilities are, and sort of going like, I am Spider. I think this is literally how Miles Morales' Spider-Man ends, where he goes, I am Spider-Man, and like this is like how it ends, you know. It's like that sort of heroic, you know, while this is the end of this particular story time, like, you know, overarching storyline, this is not the end of the character in universe, you know. They're here to stay now. You know, you're not worrying about, there's no more Peter Parker no more moments. I was so excited to get to that arc. I cannot explain. I see this single, I see, there's this guy that posts like these little shorts that are called Spider-Man Mentality, and he just voices like Spider-Man thoughts, and just the one of Spider-Man no more. What was I thinking? Spider-Man's not the problem, Parker is. more like Peter Parker no more. It's so stupid and I'm so excited for it. It's just a little dumb thing. It's just super nerdy and cheesy, and I love it and campy. But anyway, yeah, that's like the idea is like this middle point, focus on the origin, explains why the two are different, and they kind of become a term where they know that one of them sort of has to go, but not like exactly. Like one of them was never supposed to be there, and it's like that's kind of the start of like, well, okay, we can make this work with both of us being able to stay around. Like that's the start of that. And so the next bit, you know, a couple, it's literally a couple actually. It's 47 through 49 is just like the return of like the friendly one, of like the more friendly Spider. It's sort of like a Superior Spider-Man thing, but like not, because I haven't read Superior Spider-Man, so I actually can't say if it's similar at all. But it's more like that. And then fucking I have like the 50th version, the 50th volume, specific the issue, I guess. Sorry, 50th issue. Specifically, right in the middle is a birthday issue. This is like the start of the second traumatic event. This is the day that begins the 2 sleepless nights, as I named it, and it's them like just shit hitting the fan on their birthday, and them going out to like basically end a crime wave. Started by a guy who's been around from the start, but he's technically supposed to be a good guy, but he's obviously not. It's like my Norman Osborn type of character, except he's not like actually like he's not like a fucking maniac like the Green Goblin. He's more just like a dick. He's like the concept of him is kind of like he is, you know, big tech dude, like, you know, big sciencey guy like Norman, but then he's also kind of like Jonah, like JJ, where he hates fucking like. He's like super behind the register, the, you know, the heroes being signed onto, like, and villains being signed on this. You know who they are. He's the one who funds the sort of main hero group in the universe. Like, he's their boss. And before, I actually don't even remember where I wrote it. It's like a little bit before, oh no, it is, yeah, right before the whole birthday. This is like, the dude's been kind of like campaigning to get the Winter Spider, you know, captured, taken in. They're a menace, even though they've shown the public multiple times they're not, and they generally are just like here to help people, and they've done good. This is like on the 50th version. This is started, and then it leads into the inciting incident, my version of the Gwen Stacy moment, the bit that leads to the, I guess the second part that leads to no one dying, when like this is the thing that Peter adopts at one point. I don't know if it's still true, and I can't exactly remember if it was after Gwen Stacy or not. I know it starts with Captain Stacy dying, but the no one dying on his watch, like if Spider-Man's here, no one will die. And this is like the second moment that would like lead up to that decision being made, where they, you know, just adding more responsibility onto themselves, where they have to ensure that no one dies during anything related to them. Like, while they're in the suit, while they have the powers, no one dies. Obviously, I already explained how a villain dies in this little arc, but that's actually 56 through 65. There's the whole crime spree bit, which is also it's a 51 255 happening. Dude, is this rocket actually still chasing me? Jesus Christ. And then I wrote, you know, it's the death of this villain who I'm not gonna talk about right now because he's not fully fleshed out. And also I named it Guilty Spiral because I thought it sounded cool. And then this is like, while obviously like they're not gonna have just been introduced at this point. I don't even know when the Mega Force. This is my Omega team. I don't know when the Mega Force is like gonna just like show up, but like this is like their arc. This is like, you know, we've had one with the Osborne guys group. He had multiple issues actually about his group, and now we're gonna have one related to the Omega based superheroes, and it's a part that I've thought of that I just thought would be really funny. I don't even remember where it's from, but it's a reference to something I saw in either a comic or like a show where a character is cuffed by something that's supposed to dampen their powers. It's supposed to make it so that they don't have their strength or anything. And they're gonna put these kind of claps on the Winter Spider because they think after, you know, they even though it was an accident, you know, not everyone knows that yet. Like the local authorities do, because obviously they free her because she's gonna fucking turn herself in, dude. She's guilty as shit. So she's freed by this because, one, they actually like her. These are like there's a decent amount of cops that like her and what she does for the city versus like the sort of main like hero groups where they kind of don't care much about the civilians and they're more about like getting the job done. Or like I think with the X-Men, and again, this is, don't hate me if you're an X-Men fan, I have very limited X-Men knowledge. So this is just kind of based off of like the little bit of X-Men lore I know from X-Men's being mentioned in Spider-Man comics. Yeah, even like, I guess you can even go off of like Superman, like with Luthor kind of campaigning against, you know, the aliens and whatnot. Like, the mutants, they just, like the Omegas, they just kind of care about themselves. Like, a lot of them are hunted down by the people of the Registrar, even if they've just, like, right when they've awoken their powers, they didn't even know they were one. And, like, you know, not every power awakening is just, like, oh, you wake up and suddenly you're floating. Some of them are, like, really fucking painful. And, like, you know, just horrible experiences. Like, I think a good one is Liz Allen in Ultimate Spider-Man. She literally just catches fire when she awakens her mutant abilities as Firestar. Like, you're gonna freak out about that. Like, you're suddenly on fire. And that's kind of like the concept is like, oh, okay, well, Omegas are seen as dangerous to society because while a decent chunk of them are villains, most of them, when their powers awaken, they cause destruction, and thus, and also it loops to how the Registrar works, is that if you are a powered being and you're not registered, you're instantly a criminal. And so this is kind of, you know, a bit about it. I guess the Sokovia Accords were a little bit different because I don't think Peter had to sign, like, Peter didn't sign those in the movie, the Civil War movie. I know that in Civil War, the comic, he, like, gives his identity out. But, you know, like, if you don't instantly reveal who you are, reveal what your power is, whatnot, and, like, agree to the governmental rules of these records, which the Registrar, but I don't actually know what I'll call it yet. I'm just calling it the Register in my head. Then you're a felon. This is like why the Winter Spider is seen as a criminal, despite being a hero, is because she, for one, doesn't fucking like it. As a journalist who has always been about the people and their rights, sees it as very harmful. And her sort of first introduction into it is seeing an Omega powers awaken, and while she helps meditate and calm him down and like have him not, you know, freak out and gain control of his powers, because she remembers her own power awakening, even though she's not Omega. This is just, you know, her experience also sucks. Is, you know, is then seeing him get jumped by these supposed heroes and like their armored goons as he's already powered down or whatever, because he's instantly labeled as he's been reported as an Omega, instantly labeled as a criminal. The reason she fights the Speedster is because his friend is being assaulted by him, and he's trying to kind of like goad him into awakening powers. Doesn't have any at the time, at least not Omega based. I don't know what I'll do with that guy yet. Actually, I just know he's in it. And this is like kind of like her moment where she steps in. Having never fought another powered being in her life or really gotten into a fight. This is where she steps in and like starts being a hero. So like people know from the start her whole kind of deal is for the people. And a journalist had actually like been tracking the fight and like films her fight with the guy in the warehouse, proving that she tried to save him and that it was just an accident, which lets the, you know, because it's a comic world, I don't actually know if this would count in the real world. I'm not gonna actually look into legal law, but this would, you know, because like in comic worlds, criminals are like escaping fucking prison every other week and not getting life sentences. Like this one, the cops that like her are gonna let her go. Like they're gonna be like, no, we know you feel terrible about it, but you were trying to save them. It's actually sort of like how Peter gets, like, while he's, you know, blamed by JJJ and like the media for Gwen Stacy's death, the cops let him go even though he claims he killed them. Well, obviously, because one, they're not gonna fucking stop him. He's goddamn Spider-Man. But you know, for the most part, they don't really, even though he's got a warrant, they don't really try to stop him too often. Some do, but not all of them do during that whole Death of Gwen Stacy stuff. Because it's obviously, it's later revealed that Green Goblin did it.
Gotta remember to check it out.
And so it's kind of like the same concept I have, is that people know that like these people know, while they may not know her identity, they know her work and her actions and what she stands for. And you know, this journalist guy, he's got this tape showing the whole fight, like, and how it was an accident. This is kind of what gets her afraid. But then she goes on like her own, you know, self-induced guilty spiral and blames herself for this person's death. And this is what leads into this is a very long explanation to just talk about how I have like my own X-Men, and this would be a little couple comics involving them as they like, you know, but anyway, the whole thing was like they're gonna get cuffs based off of a different spider related character put on her that are supposed to like nullify her powers, but because their powers are actually completely different, like they're still, well, they're similar, but how they work are different, because she again isn't an Omega. She just breaks them at the end. Like when it's a call for action and they've kind of roused her spirits back up, she just fucking breaks the cuffs because they never were stopping her in the first place. That might have been Spider-Man. It might have been Spider-Man. Like, it might have been a Spider-Man thing where he gets handcuffed and he just fucking lets him sit. He could break him at any time. I don't remember. But then after that, I figured the next sort of big theme leading to the end of the series is, I named it Spider on a Mask. And I think that's pretty obvious. But how I thought about it was that, the guy that was the cause of her powers, even though he doesn't know, like, it was an accident that gave her her powers, but he's related to the explosion and the incident she's caught up in that gives her her spider powers. Well, he's not a really good guy, and he happens to also fund the big superhero group. And so while the people believe, you know, oh, like his word, like, yes, you know, oh, you know, Winter Spider really is a menace. You know, maybe he's been right the whole time when the whole villain dying thing happens. And shit like that. And fucking anyway, because she's a journalist and she doesn't fucking trust this guy. She does, like, look into it. Like, this dude's the biggest Register supporter. Like, there might be something, you know, underneath all that, and so she goes out of her way to look into it. Which puts both her normal identity under fire by him, but then also dangers her as Winter Spider as he sicks his fucking hero group after her, like fucking rabid dogs against her. And the point is, it's sort of just kind of to be cool, to be honest. It's like she's gonna slug it out. I'm thinking against 6 people. I'm still deciding how many members are for this group. I think I know for sure there's like 3 or 4. But like this is like Peter Parker taking on the fucking Avengers, which is always really fucking cool. Or the X-Men. I love... I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man has, like, one where, fucking Charles is, like, in Xavier's, in Peter Parker's head as he, like, fucking plants his escape from the X-Mansion. And he just goes, well, it was a thought, you know? It's sort of funny. But, you know, everyone likes a really big kind of hero fight. A sort of clashing of identities. And I think this is a little bit more impactful because while she's not friends with all of these, she's friends with a couple of them. And now they have to fight. You know, and they've worked together. This guy's group is the reason she got her tech suit for a little bit, is that they worked together until one of their former members is like another inciting incident. And this is also kind of like that first inciting incident is caused by one of their members, and it sort of leads to them like questioning their own actions. Like, you know, you sometimes when you're doing something, even if it's not right, or even if it is right, you sometimes, you know, just in the back of your mind, you have that little doubt of if you should be doing it. But kind of the plan is like, hey, you know, oh, the Register works for the most part. People are protected. The casualties are generally lower against hero-related stuff. It's not until the Winter Spider gets on the scene and actively points out how wrong it is, like, to just be, like, beating on and, like, capturing these these people just because they have powers, and as it's later revealed, studying them and, like, you know, figuring out, like, you know, what's wrong with them, trying to quote-unquote cure people that don't exactly need a cure, you know, as much as they just need training. This, you know, the first inciting incident, they kind of start to doubt them, like, you know, their theme. But like the thing is that even like after during extinction, as it was called, where one of them would help out them out, they never learn their identity. There's like a whole thing with it. It's because of how their like soul fracturing works. While they know who they are, they also at the same time, like their whole kind of belief of splitting themselves between why they both use a different hero name, I guess you could say, is because that's sort of how they they picture themselves over like who they actually are. You know, because it's like, well, it's fucking, it's just like Peter Parker no more, even though I haven't read it yet. But like, this how I think of when I read that fucking panel, is it's where it's like Batman, where in some of Batman comics, he explains that Batman's not the mask, Bruce Wayne is. You know, even though that's stupid. Like it's like that. It's cheesy and kind of dumb, and this is like a part of why like their identity isn't known by this dude who can literally do soul shit. He's a magician. You know, and so this kind of puts into like they battle, and during this fight, this is like at the climax of it. This is where, you know, even though she's sort of winning, this is what leads to her like getting unmasked and losing everything related to the secret identity. And then I guess, you know, the next bit would just kind of be on like the fallout of that, the sort of the truth about the one dude really coming out and like being revealed, and then, you know, whatever qualifies as a happy ending for this person. I don't know yet. I am not that far. This is just everything that like I thought of this morning. And with that, I managed to get another hour into stream. I was gonna end. And I still plan to. I know that. Sorry, this ended up just kind of being me rambling and web slinging. Like originally, what I was gonna do was just kind of doodle and like practice art, and then do this ramble. But I couldn't figure out how to get my screen tablet to connect to my PC, and I think I need like a certain cord or something. So I gotta kind of figure this out another time. And I didn't really want to do this next part. Not that I don't like it. It's actually one of my favorite moments of the game. It's the stock fight. I remember it making me really mad when I initially did it the first time too. But yeah, that's kind of everything I had. I ended up yapping a lot more than I meant. But yeah. So, I don't want to promise anything, but next week should not be Spider-Man. If I stream. We'll see. I mean, I guess I should, because I have a really long work week Wednesday through Saturday, but I don't work Sunday because it's Easter. And so we should be good to stream on Saturday, or on Monday. And I'm going to talk about I read Black Kiss. I wanted to talk about Black Kiss, but I forgot. So I'll talk about Black Kiss next week. And like some other comic related shit that I've like.
Fisk's shipyard is on the south side. Gotta remember to check it out.
Huh. The subtitles are decent. Some other shit that I've like checked out recently. Other stuff I'm in, like I'm in like 2 tabletop games now. One of them I'm running, so I can maybe talk about that, but just a little bit. Which would be cool. I don't know what I'm doing, so that's great. Still haven't read either of the books. Running the first game Friday. Hell yeah. That's what my tomorrow's gonna be. It's like reading the book. But yeah. Assets and shit. It's eventual, I guess. I don't fully know now. I don't even like remember when I asked. Like I gave this dude like a full month to make my logo. I think he just started it like last week. So we'll see what's going on there. But I also, it's so little rush right now. I'm just kind of rebuilding everything. I'm gonna go eat food. Oh, dude. Okay, before I go, I gotta talk about my fucking cheese dip, alright? I think if I ever eat a cheese dip again, I might just end it all. So last Monday, I was depressed, and I had a bunch of shit to do, which is why we didn't stream. And so, you know, I got home after doing some stuff with my dad around like 6, and I was just like, I think I read like a Spider-Man comic that day. I don't remember. But I did some stuff with my dad, and I got home, and then I was like, earlier that day I'd mentioned that I wanted to, like, we should make a cheese dip because there's this cheese dip that we make for like chips, and it's pretty good. But we hadn't had it in a little bit because it's a lot. And my dad was like, "Well, yeah, you can, and you can just kind of put whatever you want in it." I was like, "'Cause, like, it's for you." Like, he wasn't gonna really have much of it. I think he had like maybe a plate or two of it total. And this cheese dip is made out of a Velveeta cheese brick. Like, this is like the base. That's the cheese. So what was in my dip was big ass Velveeta. This cooked in a slow cooker, so it was like a 3-hour long process for this cheese dip. Velveeta's cheese square, just one brick, hamburger, like half a can of salsa, rotella, tomato, and like diced like onions or diced chilies. The hamburger was seasoned in salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and there's like 2 other things. There's a bunch of shit on it. It was pretty good, actually. The meat was really good. But then also I threw in banana peppers because I fucking love banana peppers and honey, and it resulted in this like sweeter cheese dip. And we normally do like a bit of a spicier one, but it ended up in this sweeter cheese dip. Now, the cheese dip was good. It was very delicious. I had the rest of it today. The point being, I had the rest of it today. For all of from Monday to Monday, excluding this weekend where I did not touch it, all I ate for my meals was cheese dip. And I would like to tell everyone that I really like garlic bread, and I don't know how this shit keeps happening to me, where I end up only eating one food for like a week straight. It got bad. It got so bad. Like, I'd go to make some because I had to eat it. Like, no one else was going to. It's just me and my dad. Like I had to go eat the cheese dip, and I'd like open the fridge and I'd look at it and I'd feel so sick. And then I'd like scoop a shit ton into a bowl and be like, "All right, I'll be full for the rest of the day." And just so you guys know, learn portion sizes, because I probably could have saved half the cheese. Like, oh, and there was also shredded Mexican style cheese in there, so there was a lot of cheese. I could have probably like used only half a brick and then just made another half later, but well, I didn't think that through. So, and I just, everyone knows I was originally gonna put 2 bricks of Velveeta cheese in it. Like, that's what I said originally. I was like, yeah, I'll get like 2 bricks. You know, that'll make a good amount of dip. And my dad was like, you don't want to do that. And I was like, okay. So I didn't. God spoke to me that day. I'm also lactose intolerant. Actually, not as much anymore. The downside is that none of it really went into my tits, which is what I wanted. Additional breast-related thought. Fucking these actual bras instead of these like slip-ons that I wear. I bought don't fit anymore, and I don't know why. Like, it has not been that long since I got them, and it's so like mad because like the slip-ons do, but also I guess I don't wear those with like pads or anything, so they technically don't. Assets are gonna be a little bit because I need money for like actual life things, and it kind of sucks. So yeah, this has been Spider-Man. This has been Eris Perveris. I was gonna voice trade today, and I sure know I didn't. And I'm out of here. I might go order dinner, or I'll see what I have that I could make at 9. This has not been Sif. No, it has not. It's just been me today for 3 hours. You were not harassed away today. I simply said that I was not in the mood to hang out. There was no harassment. I just wasn't. I did not I guess actually I did refuse to see them, but that's not related.